Hey guys, Joster here. Welcome back to the channel. So finally I have the Hisense U8H in the house. So this is the 65-inch model. There's also a 55-inch available and up to 75 inches. But before I continue with my full review, I wanted to share with you some of my settings that I'm using. I'm going to help you set it up for the first time so you can get the best picture possible, because out of the box this TV does not look that great. So just in case if you're in the market for this TV, or maybe you already purchased it, this video is going to be super helpful to you. So be sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm Joster, and let's do this! So this is SDR content. Let's get right into the settings. Let's press the settings button right here. We're gonna go into the picture. And before I continue, I wanna say that if you see some horizontal lines, that is not from the TV, okay? That is from the camera, because sometimes it just doesn't match the hertz of the TV with the camera. So the first thing that I will highly suggest to do is go into the backlight and then turn off this automatic light sensor. This sensor will control the brightness of the TV depending on the ambient light, and you'll notice how bright this picture is going to get as soon as you turn it off. Notice that difference? Oh my god, in person looks so different. So turn this off. Also go here in the local dimming, and I highly suggest to you go to high. This way you take full advantage of all the dimming zones. This TV has over 500 dimming zones, and like with the mini-LED technology that it has, the quantum dots, my god, beautiful picture and excellent brightness and black levels. So this little two details that you're just going to change right now is going to make a big impact on the picture brightness and black levels and everything. So third thing, highly suggested, go to picture mode, and instead of using energy saving, go to theater day. There's some other options here like a theater night or filmmaker mode. I highly suggest the theater day. The colors are just more balanced, and at the same time you get this beautiful bright picture. But when you make that change, make sure you go back into backlight, right? And then you notice the automatic light sensor is back again. When you switch to different picture modes, sometimes you do have to do that. Also when you go to HDR, so you just do it once and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. And then local dimming, let's go back into high. Alright, so here we have HDR content, and let me tell you guys, HDR looks fantastic as well on this TV, and I'm gonna go into the settings as well so you guys can have an idea on what to change when you're watching HDR content. So let's go back into the picture settings right here, and the first thing obviously you need to change is make sure you have the automatic light sensor turned off, because sometimes the sensor just switches back on, especially when you change from SDR to HDR. So make sure this one is turned off, and also the backlight level, make sure it's 100%, so that way you can get the brightest picture possible when playing HDR content. And the local dimming, make sure is high. I mean, look at this, colors on this TV look amazing, beautiful colors, and it's also very bright and also beautiful black levels. Alright guys, so finally I wanted to show you how to make this operating system a little bit faster. Remember, this is the Google operating system, although I feel like it's the same as Android. It's just now it's called Google. So if you want to make this faster, let's go into settings. Let's go into here, settings, and then we're going to go into developer options. In order for you to activate that, let's go into system. And then we're going to go into, where was it? About, right? And then let's go down over here until it says Android TV operating system built. We're going to press the OK button several times. You see, no need, you are already a developer. You're going to press it until you enter developer options. You're going to see that window popping. It says you are in development options. Once you do that, let's go back into system, and let's go down here into developer options. By the way, those horizontal lines are from the camera, they're not from the TV, okay? Just on the TV. You don't see it. It's just like my camera. So once you are here, you can, there's a lot of options that you can change. Highly suggest to not play around with this. Otherwise you can mess out your TV. Just go all the way down here until you see this animator duration scale. This is going to make a huge difference, especially when you're switching with those the apps in the operating system in the main page. So right here, it's out of the box is at 1 second, and you guys notice you can actually see it here when I switch back and forward. This transition that it makes it here is 1 second. I'm going to switch it, for example, to 2 seconds. You guys notice the difference? So I suggest to use it in half a second. Look at that. Quick, fast, snappy. Don't turn it off because this looks really awful. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. So you want to have at least half a second so you can see that transition, but it's fast. At least you don't get lost. It's fast. So this will make it the TV look faster when you're switching right here in these applications. Everything is just faster, and it feels more like it just feels better. Everything feels like much more interactive and just fast. So that is one thing I suggest to do, and it does make a huge difference. Now, one last recommendation that I suggest for you guys to do to make it even simpler. I mean, if you guys notice, there is a lot of like marketing in this TV, popular movies, shows right here. So there's a lot of suggestions, right? There's a lot of things. Here's the Emmys, you know, it's a lot of marketing that you get. But at the same time, if you don't want to see this, if you just get lost, if you just want the apps only, so there's one thing that you can do too. Let's go into settings right here, and we're going to go into accounts, and then we're going to go down here, apps only mode. You can switch this, turn this on, apps only mode, and it's going to tell you that you're not going to get any more recommendations from Google or anything. Just turn it on. Let's go back over here and look at what happens. So it's going to switch, reset everything, and that's it. All you're going to have is just your home and then the applications that you want. Netflix, YouTube, Prime, and that's it. That's it. You're not going to get any other marketing, nothing. You can see all, you can also play around with the, you know, readjust your applications, press it and hold it, and then move, and then we just press it and just put it right here in second place, and that's it. Yeah, so that's it. That's all you have to do if you want to have just the applications only. If you want to have everything back again, we're going to go back into settings, we're going to go into accounts, and then we're going to go into turn this off, and that's it. The TV is going to reset back and just going to have all those other Google applications and suggestions. There you go. Live movies, shows, and everything. I mean, if you want to have that, but those are the couple of suggestions that are going to help you make your TV a little bit faster. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to connect your consoles and activate it right here on the TV. This TV has two HDMI 2.1 ports. Those are going to be number 3 and 4, so make sure you connect your consoles to either one of those ports. Unfortunately, one of them is EARC or the ARC, and I have my soundbar connected as well. So I'm going to connect the Xbox right now, and as soon as you connect that, make sure that you go into this little, press this little square with two lines inside button on the controller, press it, and in this menu we're going to go into HDMI format. So right here, normally it's in standard format. Make sure you enhance this format, that way you can get HDR, 4K 120 Hz, and all those gaming features which are pretty cool from this TV. And that's it. That is super simple. So now we're gonna go into the Xbox settings, TV display options, and then we have resolution. We have 4K or 1440p as well. Refresh rate, we have 120 Hz and 60 Hz. I'm using 120 Hz. 4K TV details, and we got all the green check marks here. All the green check marks. Let's go into video modes, and we have everything checked out, even Dolby Vision and Dolby Vision for gaming. So one cool thing about this TV is that you can also play in Dolby Vision, but you're only limited to 60 Hz. If you're choosing the 120 Hz option, you won't be able to choose Dolby Vision, but HDR looks fantastic on this TV as well. If you want to see the game's information, you have two options here on this TV. You can press the square button with the two lines as well. Let's go back to Game Zone and then Game Information. You can turn this on, and then you can see the information on the right top right corner. The FPS, HDR, VRR, and auto low latency mode is on. Personally, I don't really care about looking at the information all the time, so I just switch it off. But there's another way. You can also go to Home, right? And then go back to Inputs, select the input that you're using, and then you have this quick information right here. HDR10, Rec 2020, Dolby Atmos, 10-bit color. So yeah, you have those two options to check out the game's information. For the PlayStation, it's basically the same thing. I just wanted to see that every function works. So let's go up into the settings on the PlayStation here, and then let's go into screen and video, and then video output information. The current resolution is 3840x2160 with 60 Hz, and then we have VRR. It is supported 48 Hz, 120 Hz. HDR is supported with different frequencies. So yeah, everything seems to be working. And then right here we have more information. We can also test 1440p, and then we're going to test it with different frequencies. So this will be current screen is showing 60 Hz in SDR. Yes, we see the screen. Current screen is showing 60 Hz in HDR. Yes, we see the screen. The current screen is showing 120 Hz in HDR. Yes, we can see it as well. Keep in mind that those lines, those horizontal lines that you see, they are not from the TV, okay? These are from the camera. Just keep that in mind, because I know some of you guys are going to be saying, oh my god, I see the lines, and you don't see them in person. VRR is an automatic, so yeah, everything is working. 120 Hz, 1440p, auto low latency mode is working. So yeah, that's it. This is working absolutely fine.